A to the K.
To the K.
To the K. So it's finally time to talk double or nothing, because for the last week and a half we just did nothing. We thought it was a thing. Do you want to do double or do you want to do nothing?
Nice.
We just did nothing.
I wish it was nothing.
Yeah, it kind of was a bit of nothing.
Yeah,
to be
now
fair.
there were fireworks.
So, well, yes, sparks were flying, if you will. So, kick off with the pre-show, shall we? We'll keep it short and sweet because we're already late with this. It was a match and it happened, right?
Yeah.
Bit of a weird pairing. So I think it was meant to be Isaiah.
This is kind of the trouble, isn't it?
But he's injured. So, yeah. But obviously, Ego, Ethan Page's contract is on the line. Did you see all the shit on Twitter about this? People thinking Jeff Hardy messed up. Have you seen this?
Well, no, I'm not sure.
So
Heard about this?
Heard about this? He had this spot where he's going for a twist of fate, and he seemed to tweak his knee, and then he was selling the knee, and then he went to do that thing where he goes on the rope and do a corkscrew flip that he does, but he fell. Huh? People are going, "Oh, he's past it. He's past it."
Was he selling
other
the knee?
people? Other people are like, "No, he's selling it." But I'm on the fence because it doesn't look like it was a worked.
Ironically, you're on the fence because Jeff can't do that.
Well, yeah, I'm on the ropes. Jeff is not. He's in a pile on the floor. So yeah, people are kind of torn on it, and I am a bit as well, to be fair. So
how's Jeff's knee on it?
Torn actually. So it was definitely true.
No, I'm going to put it down to selling.
Yeah.
And if not, it is now.
Well, yeah,
He definitely sold out the injury now.
I hope so for his sake, because obviously he's had to go through a lot of stuff to get back, and now he's back. And they've only put him on the pre-show, so it's we've not really seen much of him since. So it's what is going to be the plan for him? But as far as Ethan Page, the plan is so Matt is now in control of his contract, which is funny. We've not seen anything on TV that I'm aware of since this, but I did see a clip on Twitter of them on a house show, and they're making Ethan Page do this stuff, and the way he does it is fucking. You know what? I'm not a massive fan of Ethan Page, but he thought it was brilliant.
Yeah,
so fair play.
Hey,
he did it with it was the stupid face, because he thinks it's retarded.
He could have a future in the business if he's willing to embrace the silly.
Yes,
That's what Kurt did.
Well, we'll talk about that in one of the other segments later.
All right.
But yeah, so we'll move on to the main card, and we kick. It's a referee. We kicked off the show with a 21-man battle royal, and Orange Cassidy defended against lots of peeps, and he retained.
Cool.
Basically. So yeah.
There's one person who seems to be really in the good books in AEW is OC.
Yeah, he's
had a solid elite run if you look at it.
Yeah, an all elite run.
More so than Andrade or Miro.
But yeah, it was interesting. To be fair, it's got a lot of kind of plaudits. This saying it's one of the best battle royals of all time, and obviously,
apparently Toni booked it. And he's very good at battle royals. Apparently, I
like the fact that because obviously we love the Royal Rumble. That's the best. Where it's who's going to come out, and it's but when you do a battle royal and everyone's in it together, it does feel a bit it's messy for the first few minutes.
Yeah.
What they did with this is they had loads of people fighting on the outside, a couple of people fighting on the inside, and eventually people got in. Some people didn't even get in the ring and started doing moves off the ropes and stuff, and it was shitloads going on.
But yeah, it didn't feel like an overly crowded ring. Yeah.
Which I thought
I'll take your point, yeah.
A lot of people,
that's probably the worst bit of a battle royal, really.
Yeah. A lot of people were surprised with the likes of Jay White and stuff getting eliminated so soon and things. So yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, Orange Cassidy's on a tear, man.
He is.
He's on a tear, and he retains the belt. But yeah, I don't know how much longer he can hold it.
Yeah,
if I'm honest, because he's good and everyone loves him and things like that. But I do think to put a bit of respect on the name of the belt, I could see it changing hands maybe at All In.
Yeah, I agree. I think something needs to happen with it. There's no offense to OC, but like you say, it needs a run with somebody. He's not over. It's a difficult. He's an anomaly.
It doesn't feel like a prestigious belt because he just walks around with it in a duffel bag and takes it out and every now and again. So it just needs to be established first.
Yeah,
this would have been cool if the belt been going for ages and he was treating it differently. But it's it's just come out and he's got it and you don't see it because it's in a bag.
Yeah. No, I'll take your point. Yeah.
But yeah, so he retains and he continues to win all the things.
Nice.
Next. Oh, so underwhelmed by this, Adam Cole, Chris Jericho, flat. The crowd were flat.
I was expecting more, I must admit.
Yeah, considering everything that went into this and the stuff they did to Britt and all that, it just didn't feel like it was a real rivalry.
I think this is the problem, though. I think they did loads to try and sell it as like personal, but it just didn't feel it.
I think though, because the next, well, on the Wednesday following this, they then went with Saraya team with Jericho to go against Britt and Adam Cole. I feel like that was always the end destination.
Yeah.
So they couldn't do too much.
Yeah.
Because then that match couldn't have. So just put that
hopefully,
match on the pay-per-view.
hopefully that'll deliver, because I'm actually liking the pairing of her and Jericho.
Yeah.
And I'm super intrigued where it goes in that sense. But yeah, I take your point. That might be why they held back a little bit, because it did feel like they held back.
Yeah. Which is a massive shame, to be honest. And I think the crowd just didn't seem into it, and it just fell off. It was just really flat. So, you know, obviously we've had the match now. Adam Cole and Britt won again. So it's like, is this the end of it now? Is it going to carry on with these? I don't really know. Because we were talking about, does Adam Cole go after MJF next and stuff, weren't we? So, okay. Shake of the head with a...
Look, if you can sell a 4 pillars main event as a thing, then there's no reason Adam Cole can't go for the fucking belt.
Main event? Come on to that. So next we had fucking hell, went from bad to worse. FTR defeated Jarrett and Lethal, as they should have done. Shouldn't have been a match on the card.
Shouldn't have been a match.
Again, like they had fucking Briscoe involved in this, and it was kind of like, I get it, obviously. You know, he's gone from being in a fucking one of the best tag teams to kind of being a singles guy. And,
yeah, it's difficult,
like,
isn't it?
So it's nice for him to be involved in stuff, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't like this at all. The whole way it was thrown together, the weird vignettes with his chicken fucking farm and stuff, it was just all weird.
The worst part of this is Jarrett.
Well, of course it is. Well, Jarrett, to be fair, I hate Jarrett. I don't even just want to go in on Jarrett. Jarrett and Lethal as a tag team going up against... How do they get tag team title opportunity?
Well, that's the thing. They really shouldn't have. And I don't know, it hinders Lethal because straight away, because you're not a massive fan of Jarrett, you don't really want to know what's going on there, do you?
Yeah.
Like, Lethal could have better opportunities in this, but whilst they're still quite enamoured on Jarrett, and they're now including Jarrett's misses as well, aren't they? It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, well, it's got worse, hasn't it? Because on Rampage, Aubrey Edwards is getting involved now.
Well, sorry, that's what
fighting.
What I was referencing with the Jarrett's misses.
Yeah, well, like she was there for this as well, wasn't she? But it's like...
Oh, but it seems like everyone's suggesting that they might be pushing towards Aubrey actually having a match.
Who?
Why? I don't know.
Fucking bollocks. Like, literally, Jarrett is so into fucking business for himself with everything he does. Yeah. Now he's got his fucking misses, you know what I mean, involved. Like, get the fuck, man.
So here we sat there in the wreckage of AEW, like, what the fuck happened? I'm just kidding.
They got Jarretted. As did fucking Global Force. And,
he got the Double J.
Everything else he fucking did. I'm surprised Impact's still going. Surprised they fucking outlasted. So terrible match. Shouldn't have been on pay-per-view. Ow, my eyes. Let's move on. To Wardlow versus Christian Cage. It should have been Luchasaurus. It seems like we might get Luchasaurus and Wardlow soon. But the match itself, I can't complain too much. Wardlow's a beast. There's a guy.
Thing is, and this is no disrespect to Christian, he's an absolute legend, but there's a definite like odd matchup here.
Yeah.
Like Wardlow should have just steamrolled him.
Yeah, it just felt really like, at least when it was Christian versus Jungle Boy, which again wasn't a feud I was massively over on, it all made sense because they were teaming together and there's betrayal and all that. But here we just had them come out and Christian go, well, I want to fight you for that belt. And then Wardlow was like, well, let's make it a ladder match. And it was like, okay. Like, they could have done, like,
why not?
They could have even done more story with that. Like Christian saying, like, I was fucking doing TLCs and everything, you know, before you were born. And, you know, so it needs to be a ladder match because I'm king of ladder match. Could have had anything, but it was just he put him through a ladder and Wardlow was the one suggesting it. So,
yeah.
But to be fair, Wardlow, crazy man, dives off things at his size. He's agile for his size.
From a storyline point of view, though, that you say, that could have been, like, if Christian had orchestrated the ladder match knowing he is, like you say, a legend and the king of the ladder match, it would have made sense because then he'd expect Wardlow to be worse at it. Like, maybe didn't expect him to be as nimble, and that would have actually been quite an interesting way of selling it. But yeah, the fact that Wardlow's like, well, let's have a ladder match then, it's like, okay, take the fun out of it, I suppose.
Well, exactly. But yeah, as expected, the right person won. Wardlow gets the win, and hopefully we're going to get to see him take on Luchasaurus, which is the match we should have seen anyway,
Indeed.
I think. But yeah, it was a match, and it happened. God. Poor Jamie Hayter. So by all accounts, she's injured. Right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of see why it went down the way it did. It was just I don't know. It was just such a shame. On the one hand, fair play to Jamie for showing up and actually getting in the match and stuff. I feel like with all the shit that Britt's been saying about Thunder Rosa, Jamie probably thought, well, I have to show up because Thunder doesn't show up and she's the champ and all that good stuff. So it was just, I wish it would have been handled better, And it's not against Toni. Like, she's already been the champ. She was the interim champ and everything, wasn't she? So, and I'm glad it wasn't Saraya.
Okay.
I feel like the fans would have just killed it straight away.
Yeah.
Oh, of course it's Saraya, and all that kind of stuff.
Fair.
Like, I would have...
I take your point on that. I am very glad it's the Outcasts, though. I think they can do something with this.
Yeah, do you know what? People hate them. I think they're good.
People hate them just because they want to hate them, though. I've not seen anyone put a legitimate reason. Like, even when they go, oh, they just don't want to be NWO.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Because
so
spray painting things.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, we've had millions of wannabe NWOs, the difference is this is a group of women and you seem to have a problem with that.
Well, exactly. You've got fucking LWO now in WWE.
It's like, no one says a fucking word.
They're rehashing shit, but look, if you want to make the NWO comparison because they're going around with green spray paint, okay.
I don't understand. They're going around with green spray paint and you've gone to NWO.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you haven't gone to DX. Their logo is literally spray painted in green.
Even that would have made more sense. But yeah, I'm just so gutted for Jamie Hayter. I don't know what her injury is. I don't know how long she's out for, but what a massive shame. I so hope she's back for All In.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what a shame that'd be?
No, it's a fair point. Hopefully this is maybe the reason that they've been so quick off the draw to go, well, let's do this. Let's get her rehabbed because they want her to be ready for All In.
Yeah.
I don't know the extent of the injury, sadly.
Yeah, me neither. But they've had their hands burnt before, haven't they, with interim champions and all that. Fans just seem to hate it for some reason. It's a very common practice in UFC and mixed martial arts to have interims. But yeah, people aren't fans. I can kind of see both sides, but I don't mind it so much. But what I did want to see at All In was going to be Jamie Hayter versus Saraya.
Yeah.
Two of Britain's best going at it. And I can't see how we get there.
What?
Lower them eyebrows. Not
I said nothing.
Yeah, they said it all.
I do think that'd be. It doesn't have to be for the title, though, does it?
It doesn't, to be fair. But it kind of feels like it should be.
But if she, let's say, I don't know if there'd be enough time to do it, but let's say, Jamie comes back and she wants to fight Toni now she's fully fit, and Saraya gets in the way, that would just make sense, wouldn't it? You don't deserve to fight the champ. Like, you'd have to get from me first kind of approach.
Yeah.
That's how you get that match, isn't it? Without too much bother.
Maybe.
To put the title back on Jamie or put it on Saraya would be an absolute mess before All In, given the time we've got. So,
yeah.
For me, I definitely think that should be the match. And I think the only way to do it is to have that.
Yeah.
So live with it. Live with it, Carl.
Well, we have to. There's nothing we can do. But yeah, so Toni Storm is our new AEW Women's Champ. And I'm interested to see where they go with it now and who's going to be the contender for her. But
Indeed.
We will see. Moseying on over to the trios title match. So, what do you make of this? The new lighting and setup for these house rules matches or whatever that they do. You a fan?
Not really.
No. It's not like Bray Wyatt weird with all the red, but it's it's a bit different. But I still don't really get it.
Well, that's the thing. I think as far as you say, it's not as offensive to the eyes as just a red hue for the entire fucking match. But I'm just like you say, what's the point?
It's still odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of jarring when you've had the rest of the show normal. But yeah, so obviously Daddy Ass takes the loss for the Acclaimed in this.
We're talking about your buddy Max.
What about him?
And his raps.
Yeah. I can't remember what his rap was in this one. What did he say?
Wasn't it the pay-per-view where he had the referenced
the Dom thing? Yeah, of course it was. You know what?
They can't keep WWE's name out of their mouth. It's like, calm down.
Yeah.
It was funny. We're not allowed to make jokes now.
It was funny. It wasn't one of his best, but obviously everyone loved that Dom line. What was you saying? You getting cooked by a kid called Dominic or something, wasn't it?
It makes me laugh when people get it's not like they're there going, WWE, fuck him, and all this kind of stuff. He's literally just made a joke about something that's happening.
Yeah, exactly. And to be fair,
why can't you make that joke?
Yeah, and to be fair, Rhea was fucking all over it, going, "Look, we're over in two companies and all that."
Why bit of banter? Why the fuck not?
Yeah. But yeah, so it's interesting this one because obviously the Acclaim lost, which is a shame because everyone loves the Acclaim. But Daddy Ass was the one who took the loss, and they came out on Dynamite saying that he deserves one more title before he kind of hangs up his boots. So it doesn't seem like it's over, but I don't know whether you get those vibes of are the Acclaim going to turn on Daddy Ass? Is that the way they're going to go? I don't know how I feel about us heel Acclaimed.
I mean, I don't mind a heel Acclaimed if they keep the same energy. Like, because if they're going to go all like serious heel, then it's not going to be fun, is it?
Yeah.
But even if they turn on Daddy Ass and then, like you say, you get Max cutting some savage raps.
It's so weird though, because they were so over.
They were.
And when they lost the tag belts, they've like just not done anything with them.
Sadly. You know what, that like, I give you talk about Max, but Bowen's, man, he's such a fucking hype man.
He's brilliant.
He's all hype. He's fucking brilliant.
And do you know what? I love Max and his raps and stuff. And, you know, I don't want to shit on him, but just general talking, promo wise, like Bowen's is fucking next level. Like, he carried the promo on Dynamite.
But Bowen's is hype when they're coming to the ring. It's up there with like Biggie.
Yeah.
You know, Biggie like introducing the New Day.
Yeah,
it's up there with like that for me. It's like, yes,
well, that's it.
Let's do it.
They're like an amazing package. Aren't they?
Really
they
are.
should never split up.
No.
ever.
Ever.
But yeah, so a loss for the Acclaimed, a win for House of Black, and we will see where it goes.
Indeed.
A rematch could be on the cards based on that promo. So let us see. We then go over to the TBS Championship match, and I was happy that Jade was the one to... Well, Jade retained against Taya. Happy with that. I think that was the right decision. Taya shouldn't have been the one to do it. And I was kind of also happy with Chris being the one to do it, to be fair.
And you know what? It's funny because I think there was something today, actually, where in a interview, apologies because I didn't use it like for this, but there was an interview with Chris, and she was basically saying about like she didn't know if she was worthy, essentially, that she was the one who should dethrone Jade. And you know what? Nah, man, she should.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think it was nice of her to say that though, because people shit all over Jade.
Honestly, right? It was this pay-per-view for some reason, and Jade's entrance and everything about it, the way she is at the minute. I'm like, I realised just how much she's developed. Yeah. And you go, you know what?
She's
like,
a star.
She's showing so much personality now. She's showing so much credibility in the ring. She's an absolute fucking star. And how anyone can not see that is insane.
And guess what? Sandra made a gear.
Really?
For that one.
For that one?
For that one, yeah.
Ah, that's
It was
awesome.
like an homage to her like sorority days or something. But obviously we asked Sandra, didn't we? And was like, do you make Jade's gear? She's like, no, like I don't really make a gear. Other people do, but she, you know, I make her clothes and stuff. She's got a great body for that and all that. It's nice to see that she's gone to Sandra for it.
That's awesome.
Because she's the best in the biz.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I honestly, I don't know what it was. Like, you know, seeing that sort of entrance and how she sort of Jade's developed into who she is, you go, you know, like she's really found who she is. And like in a way, it's almost a shame that she lost the belt, but I understand it's time. She had a hell of a run with it. And the TBS title it's weird. And you don't see this very often. And I feel like I'm maybe like almost over exaggerating this, but I honestly don't think I am when I say it, that you don't see it very often where she's gave the title credibility and legitimacy, but the title's done so much for her as well.
Yeah. It's been the perfect marriage, hasn't it?
It really has. Really has.
I think it'll do her the world of good, because by all accounts, she's going to have a little bit of a break, a well-earned break, because she's been fucking non-stop. You know what I mean? On Rampage every week, basically, like building up this streak. So she's going to have a little bit of a break. And I think when she comes back, hopefully fans will be like, do you know what? Yeah, welcome back. We missed you. Which would be nice, because at the minute they're like, oh, Jade again. And it's like, well, yeah.
Shouldn't be thinking like that, man. Absolute legend.
But yeah, Chris Statlander is back. She's the champ. And it looks like we're going to get Taya Valkyrie as a heel against Chris.
Nice.
So
it's a good pairing as well. I imagine you're quite happy with that.
I am. Yeah. You know, mirror match to a degree.
You're a fan of that's it. You're a fan of the old mirror match. They're both powerhouses in their own respect, aren't they? So.
Indeed. But yeah, I'm excited to see where that goes. Not the main event, Anthony. The Four Pillars match.
Oh. I had in my head it was the main event.
Not the main event.
Oh.
Okay. It was not the main event.
I guess. Yeah. Not even worthy of being. Fair enough.
It always offends me when, like, so I get the whole Anarchy in the Arena thing, and it was like, okay, that goes on last, but it's your main title.
Yeah.
If your main title can't go on last, you know what I mean? Like, it
says something on it. Like, I thought Ethan Page's gimmick was all ego.
Well, yeah.
Apparently that belongs to the Elite as well, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Like, Toni was asked about it, wasn't he? And he was kind of like, oh, this is like the second or third time where we've done this, and it's not about the Four Pillars or them not being over and all that. It was just...
Sure.
And it was like...
Okay, answer me this, Toni. If it was Kenny holding the belt, would it have been a main event match?
Well, exactly. Do you know what? I liked MJF's response though in the press conference. He was like, "I'm not fucking rolling around in John Moxley's blood. You can get to fight." It's just like
he sold the reason quite well. Yeah.
He's like, not even Moxley, Wheeler Yuta. You expect me to fucking roll around in Wheeler Yuta's blood? Like, the fuck? He's so mid. So yeah, I liked, but I don't know. It offends me. Well,
I don't like it. I totally agree.
Regardless of whether it's the strongest main event or not.
I don't want to get into that whole thing, and I've alluded to it a couple of times here. I don't want to get into this whole debate over like, because I happen to quite like the Elite, but like this does smack of like they've insisted on being the main event, and I honestly, I meant what I said then. If MJF wasn't the one holding the belt and it was one of them, yeah. They'd still be the main event.
To be going on.
They'd be the main event. It wouldn't matter, but it matters here because they don't have the belt and they want to be the main event still. Yeah, and that's what I think's happened.
But it's like the amount of criticism this got for like, oh, this is going to be the title match, and then they just feed into that by not putting it on last anyway.
You know anything?
It's like they're giving him like fucking.
This was a fucking really good match.
Credibility. It was good.
Like some people, there's a lot of polarizing elements to this. Like everyone referencing their mentors. In moves and some blatantly silly stuff that was, I honestly feel, done to troll people who have a go at them for their like what's the word, overblown theatrics. Like, oh, this is just silly, it's not wrestling. Like, well, wrestling is kind of silly. I think the whole match was executed really quite well, in all fairness. It's a shame.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and the whole thing with Sammy Guevara trying to make him a face makes sense now, because obviously they announced the pregnant, aren't they? With Ty Conti. So,
well, even that. What did you make of that when MJF was like, you need the money, you got a baby on the way, just lie down. Yeah, stuff like that, like trying to goad him.
That's what I mean. I loved it. Like it made sense. But yeah.
Oh, was that the moment you were referring to? Sorry.
No. I mean, like stuff like obviously it made sense why Sammy's now trying to be a face because he didn't want people to boo him. That. But then like
using things like that
to the match as well. Because then he gave. Like, oh, Sammy's just announced, like, maybe he's going to win. It kind of did make you think. But, MJF got the win. He was the right person to do so. Darby, I think's good. Sammy is really good as well. Jungle Boy was there.
He was there.
That kid. He's not going to be a main event guy. I will eat my hat if he can't talk. He's got no personality. He just can't. He hasn't got it.
This is the trouble.
He just hasn't got it. I'm sorry, he just hasn't.
And like Darby, I honestly was impressed with.
Yeah,
like Darby. The only thing Darby's played with here, right, is he's not going to be a main event guy for the same reason that Rey Mysterio shouldn't be a main event guy. Like it may happen, but it'll always look a bit odd because he's just not got that size.
Yeah,
right. But at the same time, he's talented as fuck, and you could really see that.
For me, Darby doesn't need to be the fucking world champion. No. Right, you'll hate me for making this comparison. I'm not comparing them, right? But Undertaker, right? Listen, Undertaker was like a special attraction who was there. He didn't need a belt because it wasn't about the belt. He was there to kick ass or whatever. Darby's a madman. He's not there to be a champ.
Darby
he likes hurting himself.
Darby's not an attraction. You can't go, the skateboarding emo lad's an attraction. You can go to any skate park in the fucking country and find one of them. That's not an attraction.
For younger kids, I think he is.
I just decided to be mean. No, I get what you're saying. I do. And
like similar. Rey Mysterio, your comparison made more sense, right? He's undersized. He doesn't deserve to be the world champ for a long period of time. Might deserve to win it once, but he's not going to be the guy.
Yeah,
but that's fine. Like Rey Mysterio isn't always the guy, but he's always someone you expect a good match out of, and it's a staple of your show.
Yeah,
and the kids love him. I think that's what Darby is.
I think. I struggle with the aesthetic of Darby, if I'm honest. I get that that's his look, and I suppose it's because it's rather non-traditional.
Yeah,
like, which is weird. I'm sat here like, when they're all wearing trunks and knee pads, I'm fine. But like, when you're looking at it, like his shoes are like that, and then he's wearing tights underneath Daisy Dukes for some reason, and I'm like, I don't understand the look, but like, it's meant to be badass. And then his finish of the coffin drop looks a bit like reckless and
that's the point.
Kind of shit though.
Well,
like
it's just
there's elements to it that I'm like
splash in it,
and I'm not here going, well, change these elements because it's nothing to do with me. But at the same time, there's elements there that if they just tweak them and change them,
Well,
I'd be on board.
You're an old man.
Because he's a super talented guy.
You're an old
but
man.
It's a shit move.
They're not tweaking it for you. The kids love him.
Pull your pants up and do some real wrestling.
Exactly, right? The kids are like, no, Mom, no, Dad. I'm gonna wear my Daisy Dukes. And paint half my face. So, yeah, you keep doing you, Darby. But
No, I'd say, like, normally I'm not a massive Darby fan, as you well know, Carl.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he really showed what he's capable of in this match.
yeah, and MJF, the right person to get the job done. And I like the way he did it as well, where he just kind of stole the win. So, yeah, all around good. Should have main evented. But we'll talk about the main event. Fuck it, look at this fucking state of this.
No, that's all I want to talk about.
Well, that's what I mean. It doesn't deserve it, does it?
The firework super kick was just a bit too much for me. Fuck this.
Yeah, it's like no explanation. No explanation either. It's just
apparently he had to get like a special license to be able to do that as well.
Well, I heard
he's
there
like
was
some sort of fire performer license or something.
I heard there was more like things planned, but the arena said no. So it wasn't really anarchy in the arena. It was like a bit of a scuffle in the arena.
Shenanigans in the arena.
Yes, that's a t-shirt. Shenanigans in the arena. But yeah, so there was stuff like, it was kind of hokey, wasn't it? Which is what you kind of come to expect, unfortunately, sometimes from these. But it wasn't bad. I like the ending with Takeshita basically being the guy to, cost him the match and turn heel and join Don Callis. Loved all that. The match itself was fine, but it wasn't the main event to me.
No.
The main event was the match before, when it was for the main title. After your main title's been like contested, why would you care?
Where would you put this though? This is the strange thing. Because part of me's like, it's goofy fun. Maybe it should have been an opener. But I'm like, to be a weird opener as well. I don't really know where to put the fucking thing.
It would have been fine co-main event. It would have been fine in the middle of the show. But it's like, you know what I mean? You have your main title match and you're like, I would have been happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't think the fans would have been burnt out from this match to not enjoy the four pillars.
Yeah.
And I don't think the reverse either. So.
And this was, I say, really, it was just goofy fun, wasn't it?
Goofy fun.
Bit of goofy fun.
Goofy fun in the arena. So yeah, it was a match. It happened. Shouldn't have main evented, but storyline development for Takeshita and teaming up with Callis, and where all this goes will be interesting to see.
But that won't be the last time we see the firework super kick, though.
Well, yeah. Now that's happened, they'll fucking do it every chance they get, won't they? They figured out how to do it.
Fireworks will just get bigger.
Yeah. The sad thing is, there was more fireworks in this than the explosion fucking barbed wire.
Oh yeah, he had more fucking fire coming out of his leg than that entire set of tables. That's so fucking
I'm guessing
funny.
Kenny didn't make these shoes, but
somewhere backstage was Kingston just like.
Oh, it hurt so much. I thought it was so cringe, wasn't it? Bless them.
I do feel sorry for him.
There's nothing else they could have done, but it was just like. It was like you need someone to get one of those things called like on a birthday. And that was just the end of it.
Oh, do you know what? Like, it's a classic for so many reasons, that match, to be honest.
I love that it's in the AEW game as well. It's a shame that it should have just went all in on it and just made it just be like...
Well, I mean, it'd be a wet fart in the game as well. That would have been so good.
Why not? But yeah, so that was Double or Nothing. Do you know what? Wasn't a great pay-per-view.
It was okay. I'd say there were some really solid matches there, but...
Yeah, it just... I don't know what it was. It just didn't land. A lot of their matches, like Adam Cole, Jericho, should have been a banger. Obviously, unfortunate circumstances, but Toni beating Jamie Hayter. The Statlander stuff was good. The Four Pillars match was good. This was entertaining, but one of the worst ones they've done, I think, which is a shame.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll bounce back with Forbidden Door. Look at the 4 matches they've announced on there already. So
Forbidden Door's getting some hype.
Yes, and then All In's going to be fucking mental. Let's be honest, has to be. There's no way that'll underdeliver. So undeliver.
I know you can deliver.
So yes, that was our Double or Nothing reactions and review. Let us know in the comments whether you think we're full of shit and you thought it was brilliant.
And if you do want to, leave a like, by all means, go for that.
But if you did disagree with us, don't put a You can comment that we suck. Don't give us a thumbs down though. That's just like
interaction,
man. Well, yeah.
YouTube protect us content creators now. They don't even show it.
Yeah.
It's just got a thumbs down, but we're not going to publicly show that. It's fine.
So why? You know what I mean? Just let it happen. You can. Fucking egg and spoon race. Like everyone's a winner. No, you fucking get that egg.
It's the
you
participation trophy of fucking content.
Exactly. So, but yeah, subscribe, like, comment, review. all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
And we will catch you on the next one.